Great. Thanks, Ms. Kenny. Okay, well, welcome everyone. I'm Mayor Val Vandenberg, and I'd like to call the June 14th, 2021 regular council meeting to order and begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the traditional unceded territory of the Kaitsi-Kwantlen, Musqueam, and Semiahmoo First Nations. And for any members of the public who are in attendance to watch these proceedings, welcome. And just a reminder to keep your mics and your cameras turned off while you are in attendance. So I'm going to start off with introductions of everyone here with me today. I have Councillor Paul Albrecht, Councillor Gail Martin, Councillor Nathan Bahal, Councillor Rudy Storteboom, and Councillor Rosemary Wallace. And for staff today, we have our Chief Administrative Officer, Francis Chung, Darren Light, our Director of Corporate Services, Carl Johansson, our Director of Development Services, Kim Hilton, our Director of Recreation, Culture, and Community Services. And I believe we have Herod Gill, who is our, I guess, Deputy Director of Engineering, Parks, and Environment, I want to say. Oh no, Manager of Engineering Services. There we go. And we have Kelly Kenny, our Corporate Officer, and don't think I'm missing anyone else, so welcome. Okay, so adoption of the June 14th, 2021 regular agenda. Before we consider the adoption of the agenda, are there any changes or additions to the agenda? Okay, I need a mover and a seconder, please. Motion that the June 14th, 2021 agenda be adopted as circulated. Councillor Bahal and Wallace, any further discussion on that? All those in favor? Any opposed? That carries. Okay, regular meeting minutes from May 31st, 2021. That the minutes of the regular meeting held on May 31st, 2021 be adopted as circulated. Any corrections? Mover and a seconder, Councillor Storteboom, Councillor Bahal. All those in favor? Any opposed? That carries. Special pre-closed meetings from June 17th, 2021, that the minutes of the special pre-closed meeting held on June 7th, 2021 be adopted as circulated. Any corrections? Mover and a seconder. Councillor Storteboom, seconder on that. Councillor Martin. All those in favor? Any opposed? That carries. Okay, next two upcoming meetings. Well, next one is June 28th, 2021, and the next regular council meeting after that is July 12th, 2021. And first up, time is just flying by. Library happenings with Councillor Martin.
Can you see it?
I can. Thank you. Just give me a minute here. I downloaded, I just got to find it now. Sec here. Sorry about this.
I can email it to you again if you'd like.
Oh, I've got it. Thank you. Okay, so library happenings. First one I have is Summer Reading Club.
Yep, that's this one.
Okay, Summer Reading Club, also known as the SRC, officially launches on June the 21st and runs through September the 6th. Registration has already begun in the library and online. You can record your reading for a chance to win prizes every week, all summer. The more you read, the more chances to win. As always, the City of Langley Library will hold fun-themed prize draws throughout the summer to provide even more chances to local kids to win. And we're excited to announce this year's Summer Reading Club is available online using Beanstack. It's easy and fun. You can record progress, earn badges, enter prize draws, all online via the website or the mobile app. Beanstalk gamifies the SRC experience and automatically enters readers into prize drawings. Of course, customers can choose to track their reading on paper instead or in addition to using Beanstalk. Paper reading records and stickers are also available at the library. And this slide contains more information about Beanstalk. The City of Langley will be promoting Summer Reading Club in the library, on our Facebook page, and in the virtual programs we host for all ages, as well as by making special Summer Reading Club virtual visits to classrooms before the school year ends. And we now have just a short promotional video to show.
Hello everyone, my name is Jordan and I'm here to talk to you about our Summer Reading Club for everyone. The official launch is June 21st, but you can register right now. The theme this year is Crack the Case. But that's not all. I have exciting news for you. Summer Reading Club is now online. You can download the Beanstalk app or go online. You can register through the app or through the website. Beanstalk is really fun and easy to use. You can collect virtual badges, track your progress, and challenge yourself. You can sign in anywhere at any time and track your reading. It is easy peasy. And if you like, you can share your progress with family and friends. And parents, it's really easy to manage all of your family's registrations and even join Summer Reading Club yourself. It's for all ages. You can still pick up paper reading records at your local library to complement your online experience. The choice is yours. So remember, we are here for you. Follow us on social media at Read, Learn, Play for activities and performances and more. If you have any questions, visit us at fvrl.ca or ask your local library staff. Happy reading, everyone. Now go crack the case.
You can also engage live on Zoom with Fraser Valley Regional Library storytellers and other families. For even more family fun, you can check out Facebook and YouTube for our on-demand baby times and story times. And as usual, June is National Indigenous History Month, a time to honor the history, heritage, and diversity of Indigenous people. This list celebrates the works of Indigenous authors across the land we now call Canada, as well as other parts of Turtle Island. These the titles in these lists provide children and adults alike a window into the suffering that residential schools have caused and provide an opportunity to reflect on and engage with reconciliation. With over 1.3 million library materials to choose from, we have something for every age, taste, and interest. It's simple. Tell us what you like to read, watch and listen to a trained Fraser Valley Regional Library staff member, and they will respond with some great book options chosen just for you. And we celebrate Pride 2021 with staff picks that offer a range of diverse perspectives in multiple genres, with something for everyone. And some really good news, as of Monday, June the 21st, City of Langley Library will be open Monday to Thursday, 9 till 6, Friday, Saturday, 10 till 5, and back to Sunday openings from 1 till 5. This is 1 hour earlier, Monday to Thursday, and adding back our Sunday hours. And I know people are really looking forward to this. Thank you. That's it for my report.
Great, thank you. Councillor Wallace, go ahead.
Through the mayor to Councillor Martin, thank you for your report. There are so many exciting things for summer. I'm always excited about the reading program for kids, and I love the theme, Crack This Case. I think it's going to encourage more kids to get involved. My question for you in regards to, I have two questions. National Indigenous History Month, and I'm so glad that they are putting a book list together. Would any of that be available online? And the second question, like with the books, yeah, and you might not know that. I'm just curious for myself, Councillor Martin, just in regards to if you'd be able to have some of those online. And the second question is, I love that the hours are going to be extended, and I see that the programs, a lot of them are online. Are there going to be programs offered in person when it comes to baby story time or other things that engage families and children?
Okay, first of all, online, if you have a title of a book, you can go on and search the title and it will tell you if there's an audio book available or a book that narrates it. So, but you have to have the title. And in regards to story time and baby time, right now, I think they're just going with the virtual stories, but as the PHO order come down, we'll adjust to whatever we're allowed to do. I think they're going to try it, but obviously it would be smaller crowds this year.
Thank you.
But I will say the story times and even the baby times, they are online. I get them almost every day and save them, and they're fantastic. You just have to. I don't know if you get the updates from the library or not, Rosemary, but if you do, you could just save the videos and show them at your leisure to the kids.
Yeah, I do appreciate that, and I do get them. I just, in moving out of this pandemic and into the phases that we do, I know that there's been a lot of social isolation for moms and babies, dads and babies, caregivers and babies, grandmas and babies, and children. And I just I just really value that connection, with that tangible connection to the library and books and being in person and moms being together and caretakers being together. So that's why I asked that question, Councillor Martin. So thank you so much for your report.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Okay, moving on to the engineering update with Hugh Giller, Manager of Engineering.
Good afternoon. Please allow me to prepare this. Okay, this is our engineering update for the month of June. For residential areas, the stage 1 restrictions are in effect since May 1, and usually it lasts until October 15. Even numbered addresses.
Mr. Gill, I don't think your screen is sharing yet.
Oh, I have not. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, now it should be okay. Do you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, like I was just mentioning, the stage 1 restrictions are in effect since May 1st, and usually it lasts until October 15. For residential areas, even numbered addresses can water their lawns on Wednesdays and Saturdays from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. and odd number addresses on Thursdays and Sundays from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. Watering trees, shrubs, and flowers is permitted any day from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. if they're using sprinkler. But they can water them at any time if they hand water them or use drip irrigation. For non-residential areas, even numbered addresses can water their lawn on Mondays from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. and on Fridays from 4 to 9 a.m. Odd numbered addresses can water their lawns on Tuesday morning from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. and on Fridays from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. Watering trees, shrubs, and flowers, of course, is permitted any day from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. if using a sprinkler. And they can do it at any time, again, if they hand water it or use drip irrigation. At any time, there is no restriction for edible plants, of course. New speed reader boards installed on 208 street near crosswalk at 58 at both directions. This is the area that we've been receiving speeding complaints. So we're using this to monitor the speed. Traffic signal maintenance are going on. This is an annual program. Cross street banners installed. This picture is showing annual fire hydrant maintenance that we do it annually every year, and right now currently is going on. This picture shows the culvert replacement along Nicomekl Trail. This is a new railing that was installed at Nature Trail east of 203 to separate pedestrian from the steep area, the drop off that we have next to the creek. This is a picture of Brighton off-leash dog park with the added mulch. This is part of the 2021 capital plan for all playgrounds and dog parks. This is a memorial tree planted at Brighton Park. This is a part of the Langley City Parks Foundation, where people can make a donation toward the installation of a memorial tree, bench, or table. More information is available on the city's website, of course. This is a picture of the completed city park shelters. Here we see the trimming along the Nicomekl Trail. This is the pavement repair again along Nicomekl Trail. This picture shows the new planters at downtown area. And this one is about the repaving parking lot at Sandal Garden. And we have also a few pictures to show the beauty of Sandal Gardens at this time of year. It's gorgeous. This is the summary of the park. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Gill. Thank you for your presentation, and to you and staff for all the great things you do as per usual around the city for us. So thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. Any comments? See none. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to move into bylaws now. On the agenda, results, bylaw A, results of alternative approval process for property acquisition loan authorization bylaw 2021, number 3145. And it's that the report of the corporate officer dated June 8th, 2021, providing the results of the alternative approval process for property acquisition loan authorization bylaw 2021, number 3145. Be received for information. Mover and a seconder, please. Counselor Martin, Counselor Stordeboom, and discussion on that. Any discussion? Seeing none, call the vote. All those in favor and any opposed, and that carries. Bylaw 3145, property acquisition loan authorization bylaw, final reading of a bylaw to authorize the borrowing of up to 7.5 million for strategic land acquisitions. That the bylaw cited as property acquisition loan authorization bylaw 2021, number 3145, be read a final time. I need a mover and a seconder, please. Counselor Stordeboom, Counselor Albrecht. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? That carries unanimously. On to bylaw 3167, municipal ticket information system amendment bylaw. Final reading of a bylaw to amend fees in the municipal ticket information system bylaw to update fines for infractions to the highway and traffic regulation bylaw. That the bylaw cited as the municipal ticket information system bylaw 2846, amendment number 17, 2021, number 3167, be read a final time. Can you move in a seconder, please? Counselor Stordeboom, Counselor Albrecht. Any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? And that carries. Sorry. Bylaw 3153, Community Standards Amendment Bylaw, final reading of a bylaw to amend the city's community standards bylaw. That the bylaw cited as the Community Standards Bylaw 2018, number 3075, amendment number 1, 2021, number 3153, be read a final time. Moving in a seconder, please. Counselor Stordeboom, Counselor Albrecht. Any discussion? Call the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? That carries. Bylaw 3154, mural regulation amendment bylaw, final reading of a bylaw to amend the city's mural regulation bylaw. That the bylaw cited as the mural regulation bylaw 2009, number 2791, amendment number 1, 2021, number 3154, be read a final time. Mover and a seconder, please. Counselor Stordeboom, Counselor Albrecht, any discussion? All those in favor? That carries. Bylaw 3155, City of Langley Sign Amendment Bylaw, final reading of a bylaw to amend the city's sign bylaw. That the bylaw cited as the City of Langley Sign Bylaw 1996, number 2125, amendment number 6, 2021, number 3155, be read a final time. Need a mover and a seconder. Thanks, Counselor Stordeboom, and thanks, Counselor Albrecht. Any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? That carries. All right, last one, bylaw 3172, consumption of liquor at parks and public facilities bylaw. Final reading of a bylaw to allow the consumption of liquor at parks and public facilities on a temporary basis.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
Yes, Madam Mayor, I would like council to consider amending bylaw 3172 to change the repeal date for the bylaw from September 30th, 2021 to August 31st, 2021. So the bylaw is not enforced when schools reopen. As this bylaw currently stands at third reading and amendments to bylaws can only be made after second reading and before third reading, I would like to put forward the motions that third reading of a bylaw 3172 be rescinded. However, if council wishes and with council's permission, I can provide more detail as my reasons for wanting to the amendment to the actual bylaw.
Okay. Did anybody want to second that amendment? Counselor Pahala?
Through the mayor to council, reason being that we've heard from the public their concerns in having this take place when school is in session or when school is September, as school is back on. And I just feel like 2 months is a good trial to see how this moves forward. And in listening to the public, I respect their concerns and I'm bringing it forward.
And what was the dates again, Counselor Wallace? Sorry.
From September 30th, 2021 to August 31st, 2021. And because it's in close proximity, to, of course, to Douglas Park and the Boys and Girls Club and so on and so on.
Okay. Any further discussion? Any questions? Counselor Sturtevant, go ahead. And then Counselor Albrecht.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I appreciate Councilor Wallace's concern. I recognize too that, this isn't necessarily a school initiative. It's just a pilot project. And for myself, I can't help but think that it will probably be popular, and it will be especially appreciated if we have this in place for Labor Day. So if Councilor Wallace's amendment wants to change to Labor Day instead of August 31st, I'll be happy to support the recommendation, but I think Labor Day is a big day for this. I'd like to see it for that. Thank you.
I'm okay with that amendment because it is addressing the issue of school being in session.
So that, what would the date on that be then? September 7th? That would be the Tuesday. So till the 6th at midnight, is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, Labor Day, that's fine. Also, I'll support that if we change that to Labor Day.
Fine. So
Yeah.
is this when I move that third reading of bylaw 3172B?
Yeah, we're just going to do further discussion here. I think Councillor Albrecht had some questions, and then Councillor Pahal and Councillor Martin.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm fine either way. I just procedurally, is this going to set us back any time here, or is it we just carry on business if this goes forward as is? So if I could get some clarification on that, I just don't want to lose any time. Thank you.
Through Madam Mayor to Councillor Albrecht, if council rescind third reading and pass third reading tonight, then we can bring this final reading of the bylaw back to council on June 28th, which is just prior to the July 1st, so we can make it. But so we have time to do that if that's so desired by council. Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification. I appreciate it.
Councillor Pahal and then Councillor Martin.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And I do appreciate the position that Councillor Wallace is stating. I wouldn't be supporting the amendment, I don't think. And it's just, I know that patios and alcohol are near the schools anyways. There's summer session. They are far away enough as well. So in Douglas Park, it's near McBurney Plaza. So you wouldn't be able to see people from the school playground. And again, at City Park, which is the other location, that's far away from Black Walk Fine Arts. And again, they have summer programs anyways, and these programs are running on Friday and Saturday, I believe, in the evening. So I don't think folks are going to be that exposed beyond what you would normally be exposed as well. So just for the expedience of it, if it turns out that this doesn't work, obviously I'd be happy to revisit it, but I'm happy with it being till the end of September. That is when it's warm traditionally as well, because July through the end of September. So that's my position. Thank you.
Okay, Councillor Martin.
Thank you. Just to clarify, and Councillor Pacol kind of brought it up, this takes place on Friday and Saturday on the weekend when school is not in session. Is that correct?
Through the mayor to Councillor Martin, yes, but when September comes around, for the Friday and Saturday, it starts at 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. So on the Friday, so there is a period of time where this pilot programs will be running and the school will be still in sessions until, I guess, 2:30, 3 o'clock. So there is probably an hour to 2 hours overlap between the pilot program and school still in session on the Friday. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any comments I've seen about this is been positive, actually. There's the odd negative one, but I haven't seen any comments or heard any comments about a concern of the school. And as Mr. Chung just said, maybe on Friday for an hour and a half, it will be in play. But I support going till September the 30th, so I will not support this amendment. Thank you.
Councillor Albrecht.
Yes, thank you. And I like the bylaw as it's currently structured. I have no problem with it going into September. I don't mind the change either, but I think this is a pilot project. I think we need to give it the appropriate time and opportunity. If bad behavior starts happening, we can always just shut it down and end it without a whole lot of notice. And that's the way I understand it. So I'm supportive of the bylaw as it currently is set up. So thank you.
Right. Can I speak further to it? So when it comes to safety being one of our top priorities in the city, I look at it as safety. I think 2 months of starting initiative of a pilot project is good enough. And as far as the public, yeah, the cities or there has been a Facebook page where there has been more than a few comments, and personally I've heard comments. So as I feel in listening to the public and in moving forward to see, you know, how is this going to be, and just doing it the first 2 months and then moving forward from there. I live down here in the city, as you know. We have a lot of people that struggle with substance issues already, and I will do everything I can to support them in that. And you know, and I think that we need to do it collectively. And I am taking in consideration parents and students and the community. And this is why I'm bringing it forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Wallace. Sorry, I agree. If this wasn't a pilot project, I wouldn't be voting in favor of it. I think there needs to be a core education piece with this when it's being done near parks and school grounds and such. So I'm going to call the vote on rescinding the third reading. All those in favor of rescinding it for the new motion? That would be me. Okay, so we have an opposed.
Oh yeah, sorry, opposed.
Opposed, we have Councillor Bahal, Councillor Martin, and Councillor Albrecht. So Ms. Kenny, did you want to go over the process from here, please?
The motion fails, Madam Mayor, on a tie vote.
Okay. I just want that for clarification. So any further discussion on the original bylaw coming forward, that the bylaw cited as consumption of liquor in parks and public facilities bylaw 2021 number 3172 be read a final time? Is there any further discussion on that?
I don't believe we have a mover and a seconder, did we?
Mover and a seconder, Councillor Sturdivant, Councillor Albrecht. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All those in favor? And opposed. So Councillor Wallace and Mayor Vandenberg opposed. And that carries. Okay, great. Thanks. Moving on, on to administrative reports. The 2021 interim strategic plan. Mr. Chung, I understand you have a presentation for us.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just have a brief presentation. I'm going to share my screen. Can you all see? Great. So the current 2017 and 2021 strategic plan will be expiring at the end of 2021. City Council had initially planned on developing a new 5-year strategic plan starting 2021. But as we all know, COVID-19 pandemic had altered the plan, and so have many things that we have seen over the past year or so. But Council do want to create a new interim strategic plan. And what Council would like to do is to create a 1 to 2 year interim plan to take us through the COVID recovery phase. A plan that demonstrates the city cares, we understand the challenges of our residents and business owners, and that we're taking action with programs and initiatives that benefit Langley City residents and business owners. Council and senior staff held a workshop in late March to brainstorm ideas for the interim strategic plan. We discussed expectations, what initiatives are outstanding from the current strategic plan, and what should we do in the next 2 years to advance our Nexus of Community plan and also our new OCP that we'll be considering for final adoption by Council later on in July. And some of the guiding principles that came out from the brainstorming discussions and the discussions that we had between Council and senior staff include create a sense of comfort, focus on quality of life, affordable housing, environment, community, reduce reliance on cars, coordinate the plans and track our progress on a regular basis. We want to seek new funding sources because we don't have all the money that we have to implement all the plans that we want to pursue. Obviously, we want to develop partnership in order for us to pursue some of our goals and our visions. We want to demonstrate leadership from Council top down to staff. And we want to support staff. It has been a challenging year and a bit with COVID. And we want to support our staff to ensure that their health and mental health are taken care of. We want to project a positive image of the community. Obviously, the last year and a bit, there has been a lot of challenges in terms of negativity and with the COVID, and we want to sort of turn the narratives around so that we can project positive as we move towards getting out of the COVID pandemic. And we want to communicate effectively and appropriately with our residents and our business owner. Arising from that, there were 3 key directions. The first one is immediate action, ideas that are low risk and quick, affordable and effective to implement immediately. There were 7 initiatives identified, and with all the initiatives that we have developed, they are based on the guiding principles that I just mentioned just a little bit earlier. The second one is game changer, ideas that are really innovative, but doable with a few adjustments to current budget or practices. And lastly, think ahead, ideas that are great for the future. What Council would like to do to get us through this 1 to 2 years is the interim strategic plan. And when we can meet again in September, Council would like to initiate the process to develop a new 5-year strategic plan. The initiatives are contained in the report. I will not go through them for this presentation, but they can be found in my report. And with that, thank you.
Great, thanks for that presentation, Mr. Chung. Any questions or discussion on that? Councillor Albrecht?
Yes, thank you. I guess I'd like to move the adoption of the plan, and then I can speak to it if there's a seconder.
Councillor Bahal has seconded it.
Great, thank you, and thank you, Councillor Bahal. I think this has really been showing a lot of initiative. I think members of council. I think we've all worked really hard in trying to pivot and adapt and try to serve our community in these challenging times with COVID. I think we focused on some things that we could do in an interim basis to help our community, our residents, and our businesses. I know as a co-chair of the Economic Development Task Group, we're really looking forward to having businesses, say, reemerge from a let's say a pause in business or normal business. Places like the casino, I think they're on their way to having an opening and getting things back to normal or close to normal with the help of the residents and people taking the COVID measures seriously. Everyone's doing their part with vaccinations, and we just need to be patient and stay the course to have life return to more normal. And staff have been working tremendously with businesses, with our industry, with retailers, with restaurants, trying to come up with ideas and strategies to keep people busy, employed, paying the bills. And this interim plan will go a long ways to helping that. Everything is always changing. The COVID pandemic has created an opportunity, and it's also created challenges. And if nothing else, we've shown a real strong ability to adapt and change on the fly. And I think the interim strategic plan for this 1 to 2 years is a great way to bridge us until we are back to a more normal state, and then we can develop our normal 5-year plan cycle for the future of our community and what we want to see. So I'm fully supportive of the implementation of this interim strategic plan. So thank you very much.
Councillor Sturdivant, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And yeah, I support the initiative. We're living in an unusual situation. It's not business as usual. We're going to need some creative thinking and strategic planning and thinking outside the box to get our footing again. So I'll be supporting this initiative in full. I think this is a crucial time for us to look at what we have and where we're going and how we can get to where we're going efficiently and quickly. I think we need to play catch up here. So thank you very much for bringing this forward. I support it in full. Thank you.
Councillor Wallace, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm in support of the strategic plan, and I'm thankful for all the work that went into it. But when it comes to, I think the pandemic has taught us a lot, and it's taught us how we need to be doing things differently and take that seriously in doing things differently. Councillor Albrecht, you talked about the economic task force, and in there's what businesses can we bring to the downtown? I mean, some businesses have left, some businesses have been successful, some businesses have been hurt very badly. What does the community see in moving forward when it comes to what businesses they would like to see? What do we see in moving forward in fighting climate change, our climate justice, where inequities of people are being met and people are at the table when it comes to decision making? So I think that we all have experienced some kind of mental health in going through this pandemic and thought processes that are a lot deeper than, I mean, it's been a global pandemic. So globally, we've been having to face a lot of things, and climate justice is at top of mind, and that includes connecting people to land, and that connects to Indigenous sovereignty and connects to moving forward in the best way. So I thank staff and council colleagues for the work that's done, but in moving forward, it is about people and the quality of life, which is in the strategic plans. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Call the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? That carries. Okay, number B, award of tender T 2021-006, Glover Road, utilities and cycling improvements. That council award tender T 2021-006, Glover Road, utilities and cycling improvements to Jack Q Construction Ltd. Based on the tendered amount of $2,910,425 excluding GST, and that council authorized the Director of Engineering, Parks and Environment and the corporate officer to execute the contract document for tender T 2021-006 Glover Road, utilities and cycling improvements to Jack Q Construction Ltd. Any discussion? Mover and a seconder. Councillor Martin, Councillor Pahal. Discussion on that. Questions? Call the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? Carries. Electrical vehicle charging stations. That the report from the Director of Engineering, Parks and Environment dated May 31st, 2021 regarding electric vehicle charging stations be received for information. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Pahal, Councillor Sturtevant. Any questions for Mr. Gill? Go ahead, Nathan.
Thank you, Mayor Vandenbroek, and through you, I'd like to make an amendment and that we add also include a 2020 capital budget. Sorry, I'll start again. Include a 2022 capital budget request to upgrade existing level 2 stations at Tim's Underground Parkade and Operations Center at a capital budget of $17,000 and operating budget of $850 a year to that.
A seconder on that, or Councillor Albrecht? Any questions? Councillor Sturtevant and then Councillor Paul, or sorry, Councillor Albrecht.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Mayor, and thank you, Councillor Hall. I'm not sure I got the gist of what it is that you're suggesting. Are you suggesting an other charging station? May I get some clarity, please? Thank you.
Yep, Councillor Bahal, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and through the mayor to Councillor Sturtevant. One of the options in the alternate to the staff report was that they would upgrade the existing stations, which to my understanding are at the end of their life and do not work with modern vehicles. So it is my understanding based on the report, and maybe staff could provide some clarity too, that this would be upgrading the existing chargers to work with newer vehicles. That's my understanding.
Thank you, Councillor Hall. Maybe Mr. Gill could comment.
Yes, that's correct. Actually, the technology that is used right now and these existing ones are rather old. The plugs don't match new vehicles. So yeah, this is basically to change it, upgrade it to fit the new vehicles and their plugs.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Albrecht and then Councillor Martin.
Thank you. And I'm really happy that this report is coming to council. I think it's long overdue. I'd like to see actually more than what's being proposed, but I guess tiny steps in the right direction. Electrical vehicles are the way of the future. And if we want people to come to our community, spend some time in our community, and participate in our community events and so on, I think we need to provide accessible charging stations for visitors to our community, as well as some residents while they're in the downtown area doing some shopping or taking in an event or working out, or even coming to a council meeting in the future when we're able to get back together again. So yeah, I think this is long overdue, and I'm totally supportive of of getting these charging stations up to date, updated, and added to various locations in our community to a greater extent. Thank you.
Councillor Martin.
Thank you. Just to clarify and be sure that if this motion is passed, this is to discuss this $17,000 in the 2022 budget. That doesn't mean we're going ahead with them right now. It's up for discussion for the budget. Hello? Correct?
What was your motion, Councillor Paul?
Well, I'm reading option 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, or if I may, I guess it would be for the budget. That's the assumption, and we could vote against it in the budget if we so choose, or remove it from the budget.
Madam Mayor, maybe I can comment on it through you to Council Martin. Yes, the alternate option 2 in the report reference that include in the 2022 capital budget to upgrade the existing level 2 stations at Tim's Underground Parquet and engine operation at a capital budget of $17,000 and operating budget of $850 per year. So if council passes this motion, this item will be included in the 2022 capital budget for council to deliberate
Right.
during that budget process.
Right, because it's just a request to go, a request to upgrade at this
Correct.
point. If we pass it, then it goes through. Thank you very much.
I just have one question for Mr. Gilligas for clarification. If we were to do those upgrades in the city facilities, where do we stand with the fast chargers? So would we be upgrading everything and then have to upgrade in another 2 years and waste the money? Or would that be upgraded to the full capacity right off the bat?
Oh, at this stage, we are staying with level 2. We're not going with fast charging stations. There are grants available. However, unfortunately, I have seen them. They are tailored for larger municipalities, not for smaller municipalities. That's why it is not that easy for smaller municipalities to take advantage of those opportunities. For example, I have one in here that the township recently has used that and got a grant for that, but it requires having 20 chargers minimum installed to be eligible to apply for the grant. So, again, as the technology evolves, we are going to have a clear understanding where this is going. There are currently a lot of ideas about EV vehicles, how they have to be designed, have to be recharged. They're not still finalized yet. So as we proceed with different options and ideas, we can have a better actually direction which way to go and invest on.
Great, thank you. Yeah, it was my understanding through Metro Vancouver that more of these fast chargers are going to be potentially available. So I just want to check with staff, that's all. They're important, but I don't want to have to do it twice. I want to do it right the first time. So, and not waste the taxpayers' money. So thank you for that clarification. Okay, let's vote on that amendment. All those in favor? Any opposed? Seeing none, all those in favor of the original motion with the amendment? Any opposed? And those carry. All right, proposed council policies CO-78 request to light up the city in recognition of various causes and events. Motion forward is that council policy CO-78 request to light up the city in recognition of various causes and events be approved. I need a mover and a seconder, please. Councillor Bahal, Councillor Wallace. Any discussion on this? Any questions for staff? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to call the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? And that carries. Okay, new and unfinished business. Any motions or notices of motions for next council meeting? Seeing none, I am going on to unfinished business, a correspondence response. We received a letter from Staff Sergeant Damian Folk from the RCMP in regards to the Mayor's Gala. I'm going to read out the gala as it pertains to a previous council meeting on April 26th, where council asked for information. So, dear Mayor, dear Vandenbroek, hope this letter finds you well. I am sending this note to yourself and all council members. It has come to my attention that there was discussion at a city council meeting on April 26, 2021, pertaining to the Mayor's Gala held last year, and the possibility that Langley detachment members attended the gala at taxpayers' expense. Please allow me the opportunity to clarify. Every RCMP member and their guests who attended the gala did so with their own money. The members attended out of a commitment to their community and appreciation of the city, as well to contribute to a charity benefiting our hospital partner, Langley Memorial. I would not want there to be a belief that the police officers of Langley had done something untoward as a bonus to themselves. These are the same police officers who have worked tirelessly for the last year throughout the pandemic, routinely dealing with violent offenders and courageously putting their lives on the line every day to protect this community to the best of their abilities. The fine men and women of the RCMP that are serving our community are proud to do so, and we support our community partners. As the watch commander in charge of a large contingent of members who were able to attend that benefit gala, I felt it my duty to ensure that any misunderstandings be clarified. Thank you very much for your time and your service to this community. Most sincerely, Staff Sergeant Damian Volk, D-Watch Commander, Langley RCMP. So again, that was unfinished business. A couple of councillors commented at that meeting that there was ill intention done by several members of this community, and the staff sergeant has sent correspondence to me and the rest of council personally stating that this is not the case. So I felt that was important to include that at this council meeting. All right, on to new business. Motion to hold a closed meeting, that the council meeting immediately following this meeting be closed to the public as the subject matter being considered relates to items which comply with the following closed meeting criteria specified in section 90 of the community charter. 1, a part of a council meeting may be closed to the public if the subject matter, having a problem with matter today, being considered relates to or is one or more of the following. L, discussions with municipal officers and employees respecting municipal objectives, measures, and progress reports for the purposes of preparing an annual report under section 98, annual municipal report. Need a mover and a seconder, please. Councillor Bahal, seconder. Councillor Wallace. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, call the vote. All those in favor? And that carries. We are going to go on to another meeting. Before we do, I just want to remind the public to get out there and get vaccinated. Super important if we want to carry on, get your register for your first shot and make sure you get your second. Please and thank you. And motion that the meeting adjourn. I need a mover and a seconder, please. Councillor Wallace. Seconder. Councillor Albrecht. All those in favor?